Hey everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified, and in this video we'll see that how we can insert an element at any given position in linked list. So though we have already covered this video in our linked list series, but there we covered using the recursion, and I got feedback that I should also cover it using the iterative method. So that's what I'm doing here. Today I'll solve this using the iterative method, that how we can insert the element at any given position. So what we'll cover in this one, basically here we have this linked list, and in this linked list we can add our element at any given position. So we'll see different edge cases that we have here. So after that we'll see code, and then I will also paste this code in description section, so whenever you want you can see this, right? So first of all, let's see the logic about it, like what all can happen. Now let's see some of the negative test cases first. So first of all, my position can't be less than 1, right? Because let's say if my position is less than 1, it means the position is 0, -1. So definitely we can't have positions like 0, -1, -2. Our position start from 1, like first position, adding the element at first position, second position, third position. So this is your first test case, right? So this is what we have to add. The second case is, let's say if my linked list is null. So if my linked list is null, and in this case let's say my linked list is null but my position is greater than 1. So if my position is greater than 1 and linked list is null, so in this case it means my linked list is null, but I want to try, or I want to add element at second position or third position. So in this case definitely it can't happen, because if your linked list is null and if you're trying to add greater than 1 position, then we can't do anything, right? So this is second test case that we have to handle. Now after that, if you see, let's say if my linked list is null and if my position is 1, right? So that makes sense. So it means that my position is 1 and my linked list is null, so it means I can add the element at first position, and that makes sense because let's say my list was null at the starting. Now if I'm adding 12, so it means I can add 12 at first position. That totally makes sense. So for this case then we'll handle. Then after that, what happens? Let's say if my if my position is 1, right? Now the next case is, let's say my linked list is not null, like this one. If my linked list is not null, I have some element but my position is 1. So if my position is 1, if my linked list is not null and if my position is 1, so in this case I will just add element here and then I will return, right? So what I will do, let's say if my linked list is not null, so I will say if my head is not null and my position is 1, right? So in this case I can just add the element here and then I can return this one, right? Because I have to just add the element here at the starting and that's it, and then I can return this element to the to our solution which has called this, right? So in this case this is the next case. So if you see, for these 4 cases that will handle explicitly, because these are our kind of negative test cases. This is again positive thing, but we have to handle this explicitly so that we can directly handle and then we can return, right? So now after checking these cases, now let's see what can be the actual logic, right? So I have this let's say I have this 4 element, and now I want to where I can insert in this position, right? So at this point I can insert, let me again write here. So here I have 12, so let me just write here. So here I have 12, then I have 7, then 8, then I have 11, and then we have null, right? So it means I have 4 element here. So now let's say, now here what all positions we can add. So adding the first position that we have already covered here, right? Now like this case, if head is not null and position is 1. Now where user can add, so user can add at second position, user can add at third position, user can add at fourth position, and user can add at fifth position. So second position means, let's say if I want to add 16, so 16 will come here, second position 12, 16, 7. If it is third position, it will come 12, 7, 16. Fourth position then 12, 7, 8, 16. Fifth position then 12, 7, 8, 11, 16. But let's say if position is greater than that, we can't add because it's not a valid position. So what we have to do, if you see, to go to any position we have to reach till the current node. So let's say if I want to add to the third position, so it means somehow if I reach till this position and if I have the previous element as well. So I have the previous element as well, and I have this current node. Now I am here, I have reached till here. Now if I want to add 16, what I can do, I can simply point this next of this this previous node to this one, and the next of this new node to the next node, which is the current node, right? So via this way we can basically easily make it to like this. So basically I'll take this, we have 12, 7, 8 and 10, right? So now I am taking one previous variable, and I am taking one first node will always point to the this one. So this is first node, and we have one node variable as well. So I have this node and I have this previous, and I am operating on while loop. Now this previous at the starting is null, and the current node is, which is 12. So now I'm saying, so if you see here what we are checking, if you, okay, let me write here so that you can see one by one. Here we have the while loop. We are saying while node is not null. So while node is not null and position is greater than 1, and at the starting, what is my position? Let's say I want to edit third position, right? So I am writing here also my position is 3. I want to edit third position. So here what I am doing, first of all I am doing that previous equals to node, that it does do this, then node equals to node of next, because I have to move to the next node and decrease the position. So position will be minus minus. So what it will do, because node is not null and position is also greater than 1, so in this case previous equal to node, so previous will be 12, and node will be 7, because node will be node of next and position will be minus minus, which is 2, right? Again node is not null because node is at 7, so again we have to do previous equal to node. Now previous has become 7 and node has become 8 and position has become 1, right? So once now position is greater than 1, because now we have the condition position should always be greater than 1, then only we can go in while loop. Now position is 1, it means we will stop here. So why we stop here? Because here we have got the position where I need to add, right? And you see the use of this previous, because via previous means we are at here right now and node is hit here. So here I can easily add the element at third position because I have both previous and node. So what I will do, I'll create a new node which is 16 right now, and I'll say previous of next should be new node. So previous of next should be new node, right? And so it means this one, and new node of next should be node, right? So new node of next should be node, right? So it has pointed to this one. So now you see all the linking is done, right? So that's what we do, and that is how we can basically operate this one. So you can see here, so this is our linked list program. This is our main that we have, and in this we have this class node. So if you are solving our previous tutorials, then you already know that how we solve this. We basically have this class node which basically contains the data and next pointer. Then you have the linked list, which is basically kind of helper function to operate all these operations of linked list. Get new node will give you the get new node. Then here via the inserting, we basically insert the element at the end, and here we have basically the print list, and this is the main function what we are doing, insert element at given position. So now if you see here what we are doing, at the starting my linked list is null, so we are adding the element like 4 element like this. We are just inserting the normal way, and here we are inserting at the end. Now here we have the function insert element at any given position. So here what we pass the head of the linked list, we pass the number of the value that we have to add, and we pass that where at which position I want to add. So let's say right now I want to add a third position, right? So first of all, let's see that how it is happening. So we covered the 4 cases, 2 negative, 2 positive, and then we start the actual logic. So if my position is less than 1, like 0, -2, -3, then position can't be less than 1, right? This is first negative test case. The second case was if node is null, then and position is greater than 1, then again this is not a valid case, because if node is null, then I can, if position is 1, then it makes sense, right? So that's what we said. But if it position is greater than 1, then position greater than number of element exist, and we simply return null, or we can return node is also null, so we can return anything. Now if node is null and position is 1, so this makes sense, because if node is null and we can add it first position, so in this case we can simply return the get new node. And now get new node, what it will do, it just creates a new node, it like add the value in there and then return. So in this case we can return just this value, right? Now the fourth case was that if position is 1 and the node is not null, because if node is not null, then it will come here and the position is 1. So if it is the first position, then we create a new node and then we add the next of this new node to the existing head of the node, which is node, and then we return the new node, right? So that is the fourth case that we have, if position is 1 and the linked list is not null. So in this case we'll create a node, we'll add the next of this node to the head of the node, and then we return the new node. So these are the four cases that we do, and now we'll cover the logic that this is what we did. If node is not null and position greater than 1, then previous equals to node and node equals to node of next, and then position minus minus. Basically we are decreasing the position by -1. So here we check that if position is not greater, it's not equal to 1. So that is the negative test case that we covered, that if position is greater, in this case let's say if I have 3 element and my position is 5, so I can't add, right? So in this case my position won't be 1, because in this case the position will be greater than 1. So we can say if position is greater than number of element exist, we will write, and then we can just return the whatever the node we have. So we can return the first node. But if it is not the case, if it was a valid point, then here we'll create a new node via this get new node, and this will just say previous dot next equal to new node and new node of next equal to node, and then we can return the first node, right? So via this way we can basically easily insert an element at any given position. And guys, we have tried to cover each and every negative case so that it doesn't give any bug in your system. Now let's see one by one that how we can do. I'll show you with each example, each position. So here I have 4 position, and let's say I want to basically add the first position. So let's run this program, and you can see that I have added this 30 at first position. Now let's say if I add 30 at second position, again see the program, and you can see 38 has added second position. Let's see third position, you can see 30 has added that third position. Now at 4, so you can see 30 has added at fourth. Now fifth, so fifth position, you can see 30 has added at fifth. Now let's say sixth position, which is not a valid case. So in this case it will write position greater than the number of element exist, and it will print as it is list, right? Similarly, let's say if I have -1 as well, so this is again not a valid case. It will just say position can't be less than 1, right? Position can't be less than 1, and position can't be less than 1. In this case we'll return, yeah, so in this case we have to return as well, so because we didn't return, so that is why it went ahead. We can simply return note whatever it is. Yep, so this is what it will happen. So now run it again, and you can see now it's not going ahead. Position can't be less than 1, that's all, right? So that's what the code we have of this function. Now let's see the time complexity of this one. So if you see, first of all we just covered the some cases. So that is like, let's say if position is less than 1, for that we'll simply return. But the main logic is what we have to do, we have to reach till this position, and then we have to add the element. So if we have the n element, at maximum it can take, we have to traverse the n element to reach that particular position. So it means our time complexity will be big of n, right? Because at maximum we have to reach till n element. Now space complexity, if you talk about that, we are just using 2 variable, first node and previous, so it is it's a big of 1 complexity, because we are just taking some constant variable, some variables, so it will be big of 1, right? So that's all guys about this video, and if you have any doubts, please write in the comment section. I will try to explain you, and I will also post this the code of this one in our description section. So from there, if you want, you can copy and you can try it your system. So that's all about this video. And guys, if you have liked the video, please like it and please subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thank you.